Hey, what's up everyone? John the Geek here, and I have officially bricked my Motorola Atrix. And so basically I have this video here to show you and explain the process of how I had my phone and the different things that I've tried, and basically what eventually led me to bricking my phone. So the second half of this video, I'm actually going to show you the video that I was making basically to flash back, and that's what eventually how I bricked my phone. So the process of flashing back, it does work, and I know that it works because it worked the first time. It's just that when I did it the second time, that's when I royally bricked my phone. So essentially, this is the Motorola Atrix, and I just want to show you the problem, how I came about to discovering or realizing that I bricked my phone. And so once I start this up, I'm going to get a little message here that says failed to boot, right? And then that's it. Can't get into a download mode. I have another video on how to get into download mode with a jig. That doesn't work on here because I don't think this phone supports that download mode method. So basically what I had running on here originally was 4. I don't know what it's called, 4.1.83 I think it was, better known as Froyo 2.2, right? That's what I had on there. And then I kind of wanted to try out Ginger Blur, so I had to root the phone, and I have videos on how to root the phone with using Ginger Break, and I also have a video on throwing on Ginger Blur, right? So I was running Ginger Blur, and then Motorola decided to come out with Gingerbread, an official release of Gingerbread 2.3.4, and I have a video with the review of my phone running Gingerbread, and you know, some of the fancy stuff that I enjoyed messing around with that phone. But basically, going from the custom ROM Gingerblur to Gingerbread was a difficult task. So what I tried doing, first off, I tried to do an over-the-air update while running Gingerblur, and it didn't work. It failed. It didn't even actually try. So what I tried to do was manually force it, right? So I downloaded the Gingerbread, official Gingerbread from out there. It was leaked out there. And I tried to manually overwrite my Gingerblur with Gingerbread, and I got stuck with a boot loop, right? So the ROM, yeah, you can overwrite the ROM, but then the firmware wasn't compatible, and so like I got stuck in a boot loop. And so I thought then I pretty much soft bricked my phone. So what I ended up doing was I found a way of flashing back, right? And that's the second half of this video, is the process of how to flash back. So technically Gingerblur was 2.2. It was Froyo 2.2. It just had a skin that looked like gingerbread. But it was 2.2, and then using the flashback method, I flashed it back to 2 point something. I think it was the original, what the phone shipped with, what the Atrix shipped with when I first bought it. And so going from 2.2 back to the original, it worked. That process worked. And then I slowly updated over the air to, you know, I think it was like 2 or 3 updates. And finally I got the official Gingerblur. So that's how I was able to get the official Gingerblur. Well, I didn't make a video the first time when I made the flashback process. So then people were asking me, you know, how did you get Gingerbread, the official Gingerbread, on there without, you know, from Gingerblur. And so I explained, you know, I did the flashback method, and I was like, you know, I'm gonna make a video on how to do the flashback. Well, apparently the flashback method does not work when you're on Gingerbread, right? Because Gingerbread is a completely new firmware and ROM, and so when you try to flash back from Gingerbread to, let's say, I don't know, the Froyo 2.2, it doesn't work because the firmware is different. So like you're trying to go, I guess, putting making Froyo work on firmware that was made for Gingerbread, right? So flashbacking the ROM, you also have to flashback the firmware. I don't know how to do any of that, but I just thought, well, maybe I could flashback and go, back from any version, any method, but apparently not. So bricked my Atrix, and so I had to do a RMA with Motorola, and I basically said that my phone freezes, and it freezes ever since I tried doing the over-the-air update. Yeah, so I'm going to be in the process of mailing this out, and just so you know, if you ever bricked your phone, you're supposed to mail it out without the battery and without the back cover, right here, without the back cover, right? Just mail them this and package it up real nice in some nice packaging in a box, and print out the RMA number and whatnot and print it on the box. Make sure the packaging is real nice, or else you'll avoid the warranty. I don't have any water damage on my phone, as indicated by the little white dealy here, right? If there was water damage, it'd be like a little red plus signs on there, and so I didn't void my warranty. Hopefully you don't have water damage, otherwise I think it might void your warranty. But yeah, so like I said, I'm gonna show you the video that I made, that I was in the process of making, and that I screwed up my phone with. But just so you know, the process does work. It worked for me the first time when I had Ginger Blur or Froyo 2.2. It worked the first time, so don't be afraid that you're gonna brick your phone like I do. Just don't do my method when you're already on Gingerbread. Don't do that second part. There's probably going to be a new way or something later on down the line, which I think I should probably get another phone so I could do testing and development and all this stuff in case I do brick the stuff, because this was my main phone, and now I had to go back to my Captivate, and my SIM card for some reason was made for this phone for the 4G, and when I plugged it in my Captivate, now my Captivate doesn't have 3G, because I guess the SIM card is connecting to the network differently, so I can only make phone calls and get text messages. Can't check my emails or Facebook or anything, which sucks. But anyways, it's going to take about 5 days. The process for RMAing this was very easy. You just type in your information, and then you type in your MEI, MIE, your serial number, and then you're good to go. That's pretty much it. You kind of have to choose why your phone is messed up and why you want to RMA. You got a year's warranty. So anybody who has an Atrix out there, I'm pretty sure you bought it within a year. It's only been out for like less than 6 months or whatnot. So yeah, so I'm making this video, taking one for the team, just so that everybody out there can watch this and you know what to do. There's also another video that I watched on how to flashback, and then there's also in the video that I'm going to show you, I'm actually just following instructions from the XDA developers forum on how to flashback, and trust me, it does work. But like I said, all of this rooting, flashing, ROMing, all this stuff, you're doing it at your own risk. You can do what I do, and if you brick and mess up your phone along the way, don't get mad at me. Alright, we're in this business to just have fun with our phones and do all kinds of interesting stuff, right? So assume the risks. There's always risks, and I don't mind taking these risks so I can make videos and have fun with all of my gear. Alright, so with that said, hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Johnny the Geek out. Peace! Hey, what's up everyone? Johnny the Geek here, and today I'm going to be flashing back all the way to the stock ROM for the Motorola Atrix. Now I had on here the Ginger Blur 4.5, and so that was a custom ROM, and it was rooted in all its glory, but a lot of people want to actually update to the stock gingerbread that's out for the Motorola Atrix now. And when I tried doing it, I did it the hard way. I tried manually updating from my Gingerblur, my rooted Gingerblur custom ROM, and I bricked it. Right, so I ruined it, and I had to find a way to flash it back. And so now I'm going to show you how to flash it all the way back to the original 4.1.26 or something. I don't know. The original, what came with the phone originally. Now, I should say that this will not work on the Bell Atrix. I guess the Bell Atrix is over on the European side. And so this is the Motorola Atrix that's over here on the West Coast, over in the Americas. Right, so with that said, first things first, I'm following the guide here, Flash SBF to Motorola Atrix 4G. Basically, out of all this, I downloaded this the atrix.7z file here. So if you click on that, it's going to go ahead and start a download. It's a pretty large download. It took a while. It took like 2 hours. It was a 500 megabyte download. So just click on that. These other ones, I don't really know what that is, what they are. I guess it's a newer update or one of the later updates, but I didn't download any of this. Alright, so the next thing that you're going to need is the RSD Lite 5.0, and just click on that and download that. Alright, and you got to install it, so I have it here already. So I'm going to go ahead and install it. And this is a Motorola program, I assume. So I'll go ahead and install that. Right, so that's all said and done. Now I gotta actually unpack this, and this has a password, and it is Atrix BL. Right, so I'm just gonna click and drag that onto my desktop here. Now it's saying that you have all the necessary files, you have your phone or device, and it must be fully charged. It's very important that it's fully charged because this will take a long time, and if it messes up, you're really going to be messed up if the battery runs out and you die. The phone dies. So make sure that it's a fully charged phone. And also, I'm going to assume that you already have the drivers for the computer. If you're on 64-bit Windows, preferably Windows 7, have the 64-bit drivers already installed. If you're on 32-bit Windows, have the 32-bit drivers installed, and they have them here, links for you to download them there for this particular phone. Right, so make sure that the phone is turned off. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off the phone. Now, before we get this going, what I'm about to tell you is very important. This will delete everything. It will delete your saved applications, your programs. If you have stuff on the memory card, the external memory card, you're going to be taking that out anyways, as well as the SIM card. But if you have stuff on the internal memory, back that up, save it, plug it in your computer, bring it up as a thumb drive, and copy all of the files that are on your internal phone, and copy them onto your computer, set that aside. But this will delete everything, all of your apps, the way you set everything. I'm about to lose all my settings, but I'm doing this for the video. I'm taking one for the team just to show you guys what it is, what it's like, and what you got to go through. So I have to re-download everything and set everything back up again, and all of my settings and whatnot. Luckily, most of my stuff goes to the cloud anyway, so it's backed up on Google. But yeah, you're gonna lose everything, and this is really helpful for when you either brick something, or you want to sell the phone, or you want to return the phone, and you got custom ROMs and all that on there, and you want to flash it back all the way to the very beginning, and to get rid of it. This is the way to do it. It's going to get rid of everything, right? So with that said, so the phone is turned off. You got to take out the micro SD card. So you gotta take out this little rubber flap. Then you can take out the micro SD card. Then you're gonna take out, well, you gotta take out the battery so you can take out the SIM card. So you gotta take that out. Be careful, don't break your SIM card. Right? So we got that. Next step is while turning on the phone again, you have to hold down or hold the volume up key. So hold the volume up key and then turn on the phone, which is this switch back here. Then it should say starting RSD protocol support, which is right up on top there. Right? Now you're going to run the RSD Lite. You can close this now. And that's this program here. Right, then you're going to press this little ellipsis button. Then you're going to go ahead and choose the SBF file that you downloaded and unpacked. Now we're going to plug in the phone. Oh, and it's very important. It's good to always plug in your phone straight to a USB port. Don't plug it into a hub or the front USB ports. Plug it into the back ports, direct to the back ports, because you need full power and you need complete data connectivity. And also, there have been some cases where USB drivers just don't work or not compatible, and so it's very important that if this doesn't work for you, to try another computer, right? It in rare cases it does come down to the USB drive or the USB drivers that you have for your particular machine. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and plug this in. Right, now take a look at the RSD Lite program here. It says connected, which is good. Now we're going to press the start button. And this process is going to take a very long time. It's going to take at least 10 to 20 minutes. So I'll come back when this is all said and done. Remember, this will delete everything. It's deleting everything as we speak. I'm losing all of my programs. I gotta reinstall everything. It's a pain in the butt. But the next video, hopefully you watch, is the rooting of the Atrix. So I plan on having that after I've updated. So what's going to happen is that you just got to update one by one slowly. There's like 2 or 3 updates. Eventually you get to the 4.5.91 update. And so yeah,